Hey guys, so it's Jake here. I'm current GM and also a co-founder, co-owner in Triumph Gaming. I'm super excited to be here today to talk to you guys a little bit about our designing of the merchandise process. So I know that we just launched it, and I hope that you guys are super excited to finally have it. But it's been a very, very long process, something that's taken 2 to 2.5 months. So somebody that's worked with me and alongside me through this process is our illustrator, a designer, and also a co-founder in Triumph. Guard.
Hello.
So I'll take you guys through a little bit of the process, the initial stages, and why merchandise has been so important for us. But we wanted to wait for a very perfect and specific time to finally launch the merchandise when we felt that we had the right fan base, the right audience at the right time for the right engagement with the merchandise. And so now, after a lot of awesome success stories throughout the past couple of months with Triumph, in terms of our Paladins team winning a LAN championship and our Apex Legends team doing so well through the Twitch Rival events, and hopefully here soon with EA, official EA sanctioned events, and of course this perfect moment with our Overwatch Contenders team just getting ready to play in Contenders playoffs. So it's a really, really exciting time for us, and we thought that this was the best time, even though that we've been working on this for months and months and weeks. We felt like this was the best time to launch it as part of this fan week, of course, that we're doing this week. And so I'm going to throw it over to Guard a little bit so that she can take you through the design process from the very beginning of thinking about merchandise and what we wanted to do with it. Talking everything from why we wanted it to be casual and not scream Triumph in some cases, all the way leading up to where it's at right now, kind of before the launch this week. So
obviously, I think one of the key things for me was that esports has kind of a stigma associated with it when it comes to its merch. It's a lot of teams like putting a logo on and then like really bold colors, or like it looks really esports jersey like. I think everybody can imagine it gets like a clear image in their head when I say like an esports jersey, whether that's like the NRG, the Immortals, etc. Logos and jerseys and everything. So when I was approaching this and when we were talking about it initially, it was really, really important to us that it didn't have that stigma associated with it, when it was something that you could wear any day, that it wasn't just here's a Triumph logo tee, it's got the big deer on it, good job, we know what team that is. So it was super important that we were like, okay, this is a shirt that you can wear out to dinner, this is a shirt you can go for a walk-in, this is a shirt that like you're just going to want to wear all day. And then along with that came with trying to find like the perfect vendors and trying to make sure that we knew exactly where we were going to be able to print it, that we had all of the control. I think 6 out of our 7 shirt designs have all over print. So that means that it's front, back, it's on the sleeves, it wraps all the way around. And that gave us the most control, but it also took a while for us to be able to find a place where we were able to have that kind of control, which then just added into, okay, we've got a place, now we got to go through this whole design process. And that was things like, gosh, I don't know, I think I did 20 to 30 to 40 maybe different kinds of sketches before we settled on like, here's a dozen that we kind of like, we're not sure where they are yet, let's take it to our community, let's take it to the staff. We took it to players, we took it to a few members of our Discord community, and everybody was voting on them. We were getting feedback and figuring out, okay, these are the things that everyone likes. Yeah, that kind of led us to where we were on Monday when we launched, right up until like an hour beforehand, trying to tweak those designs, like trying to make sure it was just right.
Yeah, so it was super important, obviously, like Guard had said, for us throughout the whole process to have merchandise that, one, was something, yes, that you could wear out to dinner, go to a party in, go to a date in. It wasn't something that screamed like, I'm an esports nerd to a degree. Not that there are things wrong with merchandise like that, but we wanted to have a mix. And so, with the merchandise store that we've just opened, you can see that we do have that logo too. We do have, a shirt that has, Triumph written across the chest, because we understand that there are people, players and staff and people on our end, as well as people in the community that do want to support the team and support it in a very clear and direct way. But we found it really, really valuable to have a bunch of designs like the one that I'm currently wearing. Again, that is super casual and that doesn't necessarily scream Triumph, but ties itself back to the brand through, the gold, the mountains, the small Triumph logo on the hip, which you see across all of our designs that are the more casual wear. So in ways, we really wanted to make sure that it was, something that everybody could wear, including, taking into consideration, having women's cuts of the shirts and of the jerseys. And it was always important for us to do that, so that it was something that you didn't necessarily have to be a fan of Triumph or specifically necessarily even know what or who Triumph is, and you'd still be interested in a really cool and awesome, designed shirt and tee. And we think that's going to be super important, through the rest of, this year and into next year, as we go through kind of this iterative process of launching new designs along different accomplishments, that we come across as a team and as an organization, and continue to parlay what we've done, over the past 2.5 months or so, designing these, specifically t-shirts, and seeing how we can take it to the next level with things like hoodies, hats, all sorts of different things. So maybe some Crocs for Croc fans out there. So again, guys, we really appreciate all the support, for all the teams over the past couple of weeks and months. And we hope that, all this energy and support that's coming our way, that we're able to give that back a little bit through what we're doing with Fan Week this week, and through our merchandise, and through our awesome giveaways. And we hope that you'll stick around to see what the journey is like for the next couple of months.